The first warning came as a whisper in my ear while I slept. A cold voice said my name in the dark, and when I opened my eyes, something stood at the foot of my bed. I couldn't see its face, only the shape of a tall figure fading into the shadows like a stain made of night. I froze beneath the blankets. My mind tried to explain it as a dream, a trick of the moonlight, anything except what it truly felt like. The air around it smelled like damp earth and old wood. Its presence pushed against my chest, making breathing painful. I shut my eyes for a single second, and when I opened them again, the figure was gone. But the whisper remained, echoing inside my skull, a voice that said I should never have returned to this town. I had come back to Holleridge for the first time in 8 years. My childhood home still stood at the end of a cracked old road lined with dead maple trees. My parents had passed, leaving the house to me. I planned to clean it, prepare it for sale, and be gone within a few days. But the house felt wrong the moment I stepped inside. The floorboards groaned like they were complaining. The walls smelled faintly of mold mixed with something sweet and rotten. My childhood bedroom door was shut tight, though I remembered leaving it open when I moved out all those years ago. On the first night, I tried to sleep downstairs on the couch. The house shifted around me as if adjusting to my presence. I told myself it was just age and settling wood. But near midnight, I heard soft footsteps creeping down the hallway. Slow, careful, as if someone tried not to wake me. I forced myself to check, walking through the dark house, my heart banging against my ribs. Nothing was there. The air was ice cold at the end of the hall, but the rooms were empty. I returned to the couch and pulled the blanket tighter. Hours passed in sleepless silence. Then came the whisper. My name, spoken by a voice that didn't belong to any living thing. The next morning, I explored the house in daylight, searching for answers. The basement door stuck when I tried to open it. A heavy, cold draft pushed outward as if something stood on the other side. When I finally forced it open, the light flickered weakly, revealing a space filled with dust and broken furniture. My breath formed white fog, though the rest of the house was warm. In the corner, half hidden behind a fallen shelf, was a cardboard box that looked recently placed. Inside lay old photographs of my family. My mother holding me as an infant, my father standing proudly beside me on my first day of school. Happy memories, but something was wrong. In every photograph, a faint, dark shape lurked in the background. A tall shadow behind trees, behind doors, behind furniture, always watching, always present. I felt sick. I had never noticed it before. I took the photos upstairs and studied them under bright light. The shadow wasn't a trick of the camera. It was too consistent in size and shape, a long figure with stretched proportions. I looked at every photo until my hands shook. Then I found the last one, a picture of me sleeping as a child. The angle suggested someone stood in my doorway and took it while I lay unaware. And there, in the corner of the image, closer than in any other photograph, stood the shadow, long and tall, a smear of darkness only inches from my bed. I dropped the photo and backed away. My throat tightened. The air in the house grew heavier. Something had lived here with my family. Something still did. That night, I tried to leave. I packed my bag, grabbed my keys, and opened the front door. A freezing wind swept into the house, nearly knocking me back. The trees outside swayed violently, though the sky was calm. I stepped onto the porch and felt the unmistakable sensation of someone standing directly behind me. Cold breath touched the back of my neck. I spun around. Nothing was there. Quiet, but a whisper curled around my ear and slid into my mind. A voice shaped like mine, but deeper, distorted, as if something tried to imitate me. It said that leaving wouldn't save me. It said it had waited too long for me to return. I ran back inside and slammed the door. The house shuddered, and the footsteps began again. Each step creaked closer from the upstairs hallway. Slow, heavy, deliberate. The sound descended the stairs in a steady rhythm. I stood, frozen in the living room, my eyes locked on the staircase. A tall shape appeared at the top. Its body flickered like smoke. Its arms hung too low. Its head tilted as if the neck was broken. The face was not a face at all, just a shifting blur of darkness. Stepped down, one stair at a time, never breaking eye contact. The temperature plunged. My breath came in ragged, white clouds. My heart pounded so loudly it drowned out all other sound. The figure reached the bottom step and stopped. Its presence filled the entire room like a pressure that made my bones ache. It raised its long arm and pointed at me. Cold wrapped around my spine. The whispering voice returned inside my skull, speaking in 100 overlapping tones. Some sounded like me, some like my parents, some like strangers. The creature learned voices, collected them, used them. Lights flickered. Shadows stretched across the walls like shifting claws. I backed away, but the creature grew taller, its form expanding until it touched the ceiling. The house groaned and cracked around it. A deep vibration spread through the floor, like the building itself was terrified. The creature leaned forward. For the first time, I saw a faint shape forming in its face. Smile. Wide, wrong, unhuman. The room went dark. I don't remember falling or hitting the floor. When I opened my eyes, morning light filled the room. The creature was gone. But something was different. The photograph of me sleeping now lay on the floor beside me. Only this time, the shadow wasn't in the background. It stood right beside my bed. And behind it, in the deeper darkness, I saw a second shape. Taller, still forming. Something new had come with it. Something waiting, something growing. When I reached for the door to escape, I heard a whisper behind me. A voice shaped exactly like mine said that I was not allowed to leave anymore. Okay? And the worst part was this. The voice came from my own shadow. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.